Hey guys, how you doing today? Um, whoa, I know it's been a while since I posted, but I actually didn't want to post anything until like the time I plan on actually posting again. But I guess the energy, like just kind of like the current of life, the energy that's influencing us, kind of just I guess told, or I don't even want to say told, it's like gave me the feeling of actually getting here and speaking to you guys. I don't know about what yet, but you come. So what does the universe want me to speak on today? Because I have the feeling like somebody needs to hear something, or including myself, not even or including myself. um so hmm maybe I'll speak on, you know um okay, so I saw a post today that on Facebook, and it was asking, why does toxic relationship last a long time, right? And I don't know why it just came to me right now, like to speak on that, but I will. I am. So when I look at that post, it hit home because um, I was in a toxic relationship for a long time. You know, um, I was in a toxic relationship with myself, in a toxic relationship with somebody else, and one way, you know, what I can say about, why is it that people are in toxic relationship, for or toxic relationship lasts for a long time, is because of, I'm speaking based on experience, comfort, um, lack, lack of self-love, lack of that, somebody who's, gonna be really supportive and actually like allowing you to, or not even allowing you, or giving you a sense, not even, I don't even, yeah, some people have that lack of, support, you know um lack of love for oneself, lack of understanding for oneself, and comfort, and you know not wanting to let go of what we already have, because we like to hold on to things as human beings, so yeah. Another thing is, we can be in a toxic relationship, and when I said I was in a toxic relationship with myself, meaning that we can all be in a toxic relationship with ourselves. Toxic relationship with ourselves, meaning that, we allow ourselves to just take so much, that we don't truly deserve. Like, even when we know, like, when enough is enough, we kind of like just turn the blind eye and just kind of like, not think that we deserve more than that, or think that, is gonna be much more harder for you to gain that same connection that you did in the first place. you know um I'm talking about somebody else, but as well as like yourself, like, just, yeah, just not allowing you to, you know see things for what it is, and actually like give yourself the best. Actually like loving yourself and understanding that, you are so much more. You are, and I say this every time, even to myself, like, you're so much more than you think you are. You're so much more than other people think you are. And if you're in a relationship and you think that, oh, because you've been with this person for like a really long time, that means that Now you have to just take everything, like, because that's what you would thought that love is supposed to be toxic, as far as like, you take my bullshit and I'll take your bullshit. And if you don't take my bullshit, that means you didn't truly love me, or you don't truly love me. And if you do take my bullshit, that means that you actually truly love me and you care for me. And then that's why they add on the word of like loyalty or whatever, right? And it's like, well, yeah, understanding that in the relationship, it is going to be hard. Okay, it's not going to be all butterfly, there's going to be ups and downs, but it's about how much of those downs are actually happening and how much of the goods are already happening individually. And then you look at the collective. Okay, because if we all individually have like a really low self-esteem, or like some traumas that we experienced growing up that we haven't really like dealt with, and then we put ourselves in a situation where we get in a relationship with somebody else, like, how do you expect that to actually go? Like, it's not gonna be, is not is not, you basically, like, bringing all your dirty clothes to somebody else's house, and they have their own dirty clothes, and it's like, okay, well, who's gonna wash all the clothes? Like, I'm not gonna wash these dirty clothes. Like, I sure am gonna wash all these dirty clothes. So they keep accumulating until, there's gonna have to be that one person that actually is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wash all these clothes, or I'm gonna wash my clothes. So if you wanna join, you can join. And if you actually end up washing your own clothes, and the other person doesn't wash their clothes, and they're just sitting there thinking like, well, are you gonna wash mine too? Like, then you have to say like, hold on, like, and actually like remove yourself. Because first of all, it should have been like a a red flag at first when you even came. It should have been a red flag that you didn't even wash your own clothes and your own dirty clothes, and then brought your own dirty clothes like to somebody else's house. It's like, who does that? But that's kind of like, again, I'm using this, whatever they call it, this way of saying it, because like, we can look at it in like an actual life. Like, we have so much traumas. Okay, we've been through so much. Like, we've been through so much, and we still go through so much that, if we don't take the time to actually heal the things that we already been going on, I mean, we already been going through, that has this hold on us, then is not going to do anything but keep accumulating, and it's going to overtake you. It's like filling up your cup. If you keep on filling up your cup, and then you're not emptying it, is going to overfill. And when it overfills, it's going to be that explosion, and that explosion is going to create like a catastrophic event in your life that's not necessarily like gonna do the collective any good. So, if we don't take as individual the time to actually like sit down and actually reflect on all the things that we've been through, all the experience that we've had, and actually take the time to, understand it and acknowledge it and embrace it, and know that, yeah, you've been through all this shit, but at the same time, it's like, where are you at now? Like, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna keep on crying like a baby about it, like just bitching about it like all the time, or trying to make yourself look, like a lost puppy, or make everybody else look at you with pity, and oh, booba, yeah, I'm gonna put a boo boo on you, or are you gonna actually like get up off your ass and actually do something about whatever it is that you're feeling inside, whatever it is that you're going through, in like in your mind, and as any part of you, if you feel weak and you don't feel like you look good enough, go out there, work out, like do what you got to do, like stop being lazy, stop being lazy and actually get off your ass and do something. If you're feeling bad internally, don't expect somebody else to give you that apology that you think you deserve. Like, you should actually like know that everybody is, we all human, okay, and we all gonna be affecting each other. Like, there are all the forces outside of us that affect us as a collective. So if you too worry about how somebody else affects you, imagine how the current of life affects you. Because you might think that, okay, it's the energy, the universe, oh, it's all perfect. No, there are forces out there that are against you also. Okay, so you know it's like, what's the word, how can I put this? It's like an ant. You an ant, right? And there's probably like a, you know, a a grasshopper probably, that's like this big insect. It's like this dangerous insect, and it's like at any time you have to keep protecting yourself, otherwise you're gonna be like eaten by it. By, I don't even know if grasshopper eat ants, but I'm just using this, okay? So please bear with me. So like there's a grasshopper, and he has to, the ant has to protect itself like against the grasshopper, or yeah, I can use that, whatever. The grasshopper, right? And then there's like human beings that are really more taller and bigger, and like if one hit, and like the whole, the whole, the whole world is done with. One footstep. One. That's the same thing. Like in life, there are outside influences, other energies, other giants, other like being out there, like that. Are you know support you, and some are against you and trying to get rid of you, okay? Just like your brothers or sisters, or excuse me, human family. There are some that that are like supporting you, and that those that are against you. That's life. There's that polarship. It's always going to be like that. So when we even talk about making the world better, I know I'm kind of over the place, but this is what's coming to me, so I need to speak on it. Even when we talk about like making the world better or whatever, we have to understand that the world is not going to be 100% perfect, because nothing in the world is perfect, okay? No one, nothing is perfect, okay, in the world. So we are all imperfect. I'm perfect, we all perfect and perfect. However, it's like it is what it is, you know it is what it is. No one is going to be 100% perfect. So knowing that, you already know that everybody is human, everybody goes through their own shit, and people act differently in different situation, and people go through certain different emotions and things like that, depending on how they view things, how they think, how they feel about whatever, right? And their own conditioning and their own traumas or experiences that they had, will shape how they look at life and how they react to life and the things that go on the day-to-day basis, or certain situation that they end up in. People are different, they act different, okay? So knowing that, even when we talk about looking for somebody that vibrates on your frequency, no one is going to fully vibrate on your frequency, okay? It's just a matter of percentage, the amount, how much they are, because somebody can be into something you are in, but the way they express that is in their own ways, their own energy, their own vibrations, okay? And in some days, your vibration, in some days your vibration might actually be on the same frequency. Some days it might not. It just depends. So again, I'm kind of like everywhere, and my son just woke up, so I'm gonna hurry up with this. So like when it comes to why people are in toxic relationship, just know that is like because we've been so like conditioned to like not acknowledge the own toxicity that's within us. We try to hide from it, we try to like get rid of it, or make somebody else deal with it besides ourselves, right? So we get into a relationship, and we get that sense of like slight happiness. That moment you get like when you meet somebody for the first time, it's like so amazing. It's like you want to talk to them about everything, and they're like trying to put up a front and kind of put up this mask of like, yeah, mm-hmm, I am. I agree with you. Like, I dig this. I dig you and things like that. And then moving on the line, you guys did not express all your bad shit or all the things that you guys carry, your traumas and all that you had to deal with. You guys didn't express it on the first date. The first date, which is like not so what I'm looking for. Like, as like I'm, look, I'm not with the superficial anymore. Like, just hit me with the raw, okay? Like, you been through shit, you like this, you like that, you don't like this, you like it. Let me know, and don't hit me by surprise, and then like I come to find out you are a fucking this like this is what I'm gonna say, like so like again, like people trying to like not show their true self, hide from who they are, hide the scars the makeup, not the, there's not the physical makeup, but the spiritual makeup, as far as like putting up a smile, or like putting up this front of like this fake conscious, consciousness, or whatever, fake perception of like, whatever it is that they think they want in their life, and that's not really truly what they want, because they never really sat with themselves to actually like truly find out what it is that they want, so like, you meet that person for the first time, you guys kind of like, kind of hide your true self and put up this facade of like trying to get the person to like you so much, because we all want that approval from others. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, not we all. I could care less about somebody else's approval anymore. Like, as look, you either like me or you don't. Like, I really don't give a fuck. And like, that's the energy that I'm carrying, like, for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life, like, because we're being so conditioned to actually like trying to look, trying to be like other people, trying to do things like other people, that we kind of lose a sense of like who it is that we actually are, because we're trying to be somebody else. And and then when we get with somebody and we're trying to be somebody else, and they get it, they fall in love with that fake persona, and then when you start to truly reveal who you are, then it's like, whoa, hold on, can you like put on that makeup back? Like, I really don't like you looking on that. I really don't like that, now I'm not talking about like the physical, what I mean, but I don't really like that. Can you put your makeup back? Like, like, and then it's gonna be that slight withdraw, and then the one thing that's gonna keep you attached is just that comfort. You guys get so comfortable with being together, because of how other people probably see you, like, oh my god, like, we're seeing that couple. You already told everybody like, yeah, that's my boo, that's my bae, and like, you scared that once, they're not gonna find that, like, you guys are not together anymore. Nice, like, there you go again. Yeah, so like, the fear of judgment, that's another thing. The fear of judgment, you know fearing how other people are going to look at us, fearing what other people are going to think of us. And it's like, like, so, we get so comfortable in a relationship that, and because it's so much on why it is that, people are, toxic relationship lasts for a long time. It can do with, if you guys have a child together, you think that now you owe it to your child to like, go through things and experience things with the other partner, just because you want your child to have both their parents in their life, knowing damn well that you're doing more harm to your kid by you guys being even being together than you guys being separate, because it's like, if you together and your child constantly witness you guys constantly fighting, and he's experiencing that vibration, that energy, it's affecting, he's registering all that in their life, especially if they're like really young, like extremely young, like, they're registering it. Like, man, like, right now, like, I noticed, like, there's like certain things about my son that, when I was in a relationship with his father, and it was toxic, the things that he experienced, I kind of see that in him, that rage that he has in him, that he put out sometimes, and it's like, I'm trying to deal with it, but that's besides the point. Like, I just have to say, like, how much it can affect your kids, especially if you have kids. Like, just know, if you're in a toxic relationship, just remove yourself from it, okay? Like, just know that, by you separating, you guys are actually going to find those that actually match with you guys, that actually like for you guys. And once you guys get that sense of like, okay, yeah, now I understand, like, we had to remove, because if only one person understand why they had to be, why that separation had to be, and the other doesn't understand, trust me, it's gonna be hell for you, because now it's gonna be constant blame of like, why you did this, why you did that, or like, you shouldn't have told me this way, or you shouldn't have told me that like that this way, and then create this frustration, and then it gets bigger and bigger and worse and worse, and then now the other person is looking at you like, well, I don't know why you treating me like this, when in the first place there was that, constant, friction, and that constant, you know not wanting to accept things for what it was, that it created the frustration that made things worse. But only one person is going to see it, because again, like they always say, different, there's two sides of the stories, but then there's the truth at the end of the day, and the truth is that shit wasn't working out at the end, and that separation needed to be, or that separation needed to be. So you need to allow yourself to know that, actually like take the time to look at your relationship and look at how you feel. Okay, how does the relationship make you feel? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel like, you guys are in a good place? And I'm not saying like, oh, complaining like every little petty things, like as far as like, oh, little argument, but I'm talking about like extreme arguments that are really unnecessary, that don't really need to be there, and you guys not really being into the same things. Like, pay attention to that also. When he want, or the other partner wants to do something, do you want to do that? Do you want to like jump into that? If you tell yourself no, and are you like willing to actually jump into doing that, then no. If you say no, then you know then there you go. Or like, you can also look at it as like, you might try to do something that they like, and you're not actually feeling it, and every time you have to put on this front, or you have to put this fake feeling to make them, to please them, because that's what you do. Like, that's what we all do, trying to please others, instead of pleasing ourselves first. But like, again, like, I can go on and on to talk about why a relationship lasts, a toxic relationship lasts for so long. But we have to understand that the toxic trauma that we experience, which I'm gonna even make a video about whenever again I feel like it, because trust me, I have so much to do these days. But when we talk about like all the toxic things that we experienced growing up, all the things that we experienced that we're still hiding, that we haven't worked on, you know don't jump in a relationship, okay? Because once you jump in a relationship, you're gonna feel comfortable there, because now you feel the sense of like you can now lock away all that, and you can put this makeup on it, because the relationship is making you appear a certain way, or making you feel a certain way, that slowly but surely all that is gonna resurface. There's gonna be a point in time, it's gonna resurface, and it's gonna create like this bang, okay? This big bang, in your environment, in your relationship, that it's gonna f things up. And just man, I gotta go. But just remember, like, just pay attention how you feel, what do you think, and go trust your intuition. Okay, trust your intuition. Okay, you know better, we all know better, but we always decide not to do better, because of the fear, because of what we think things should be, or how we think things should look like. But look, okay, so I know, I don't know, I was kind of like all over the place. I don't know if I made the point that I wanted to make. I didn't even come here to make any kind of point, but whatever I was talking about, if it made sense, it made sense. Okay, so I will catch you guys in my next video, and you guys have a good night. Bye bye.